Hi guys. Whee! Okay. Hi guys. Guys, editing Karolina here, and before we get into the actual video I made a few years ago when I had just moved to America, I just kind of wanted to touch on a few things because, well, at the time when I thought that I wanted to start vlogging, you know, I kind of didn't touch on maybe what you want to relate to in this video from the title. So I'm just gonna touch on a few things that I think a lot of people want to know, like people who follow me on other platforms. So yeah, let's get into it. For those who are already following me and keeping up with my journey and my video series, it's gonna take a little time for, you know, us to catch up in real time because I'm kind of doing a lot of the back work. Y'all been editing all my videos to push out at least like 2 a week for you guys so that it can make sense, you know. Like for me it just needs to make sense. Like I just, you know, some people probably could have like start posting like from present time, but I just feel like for me it means more just having like a history of videos, you know, to add up to this point here so that y'all can kind of like follow my journey with me as well. Like that's how I look at it, and I just feel like it's more purposeful. Like I want to be able to look back, let's just say a few years from now, even if like I private some of the videos, it will always be there for me to go. Like I don't think I'm gonna private it, but I'm just saying, like I just want to have like a video diary of my life because that's how I look at YouTube for me now, you know. Like I'm still present on Instagram, and like I kind of slow down on TikTok a bit, but I'm more present like on Instagram and YouTube because I just feel like everything that I do now, because I'm getting older, I just genuinely want to put purpose and intention with everything that I'm doing, like literally everything, you know. So because of that, I just feel like my content creation has shifted, you know, a bit. Like the day ones, the true day ones who follow me would know what I'm talking about. Like now I'm just in my healthy era. Like don't worry, we have a lot to talk about, like things that I've learned coming to the US. Let me know if you guys want a video on that because I can't do that, basically showing like the difference in lifestyle that shifted when I moved from the Caribbean to America. But yeah, we can talk about that another time, but these are some of the things. Like I want to talk about a few things here. Let's not ramble and go on a whole different train. So a lot of people always ask me, also I made notes here for you guys so that I can keep on track. So a lot of the times, like people think that because obviously like I grew up in Trinidad and Tobago, I sound like 100% pure Trini, right? So people think that I was born in Trinidad, but initially, y'all, like I was born in Puerto Rico. My mom just took me back to Trinidad when I was a baby, maybe around I don't even know the age, but I just knew that I couldn't walk yet. I was still a baby. So my roots and my heritage is both from the Caribbean, well, Trinidad and Tobago and Dominican Republic. And I was born in Puerto Rico. So you see, it kind of like mixes me up so much. But from heritage, I'm Trini and Dominican. You do the maths. I mean, I don't have any Puerto Rican heritage, but I was born in Puerto Rico, which makes me Puerto Rican, right? But yeah, like I'm from the Caribbean. I am what they call, I'm a melting pot of things, right? Which makes me exotic and unique, and I take pride in that. But let's not stray. So yeah, so the initial thing is I am an American by birth because even though Puerto Rico is not an American state, it is considered an American territory. So because of that, I am considered an American and I have an American passport. And I only took advantage of that literally when I was about to move to the US. Like I had probably had gotten my passport maybe a few months before that, and it's literally crazy because I just never thought of the possibilities of it, or like even the advantage of having an American passport, especially being from the Caribbean. You know, like it was so easy. Like I could have just bought a flight and migrated, you know, which is what I did. But I'm just saying, like a lot of people from the Caribbean assume that I am like 100% Trini, and because of that they always ask me like, how did you do it, how were you able to move? But the truth is I am an American, so it wasn't difficult for me. However, the difficult part would have been when I got here. But we'll talk about that in a sec. So yeah, and another question a lot of people ask me all the time is like, how can they migrate to America? Now there's only a few ways that I am aware of that's like legitimate and legal. So I know one of the ways is you can do it through school, college, university. My younger sister and my cousin is actually working on doing that right now. Like they're gonna do SATs and like do it through the school programs. So that's one way, because well, unfortunately they aren't American, which is not a bad thing, but I'm just saying like in terms of trying to migrate to the US, you have to go through the system. So there's that way. Then there's the way of you being able to marry to someone who is an American. And I think another way is also like if you have family who is American, I think they can file for you and you can get like a green card or something like that. But yeah, so those are the ways that I know that you can do it. And well, of course, being born here, like that's like an automatic passport. So yeah, let's talk about the struggles when I came here. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's get into it for real though. I mean, obviously because I am an American, it was much easier for me because obviously like I could have skipped a lot of these steps that a lot of people who's trying to get into the US, who's not an American, have to go through, right? So first of all, y'all, like when you are born into the US, you are automatically assigned a social security number, right? Now, this was a difficult thing for me because remember I told you all I was born here, but then my family migrated back to the Caribbean, right? So my mother had no trace of my social security number, right? And I kept asking her like, mommy, do you have it? She was like, you didn't get one. I'm like, mommy, how? Because like when I got here, I was trying to like call or like even like just do my research and try to find out like how can I get one. And then when I called, they told me that everyone is assigned a social security number. So I'm like, mommy, what's going on? You understand? So then I had to request it, like request the initial social security number that I was given at birth but couldn't find, or just don't have it, you know. So I think if I'm trying to remember correctly, in order to do that I had to have an address. Yeah, an address to send it to, right? So look at how complicated everything was, you all. I had to have an address for them to send it to me. But I just got here, so I'm trying to find an apartment. Yo, it was crazy because it's like everything is interconnected, and if you don't have one thing, you can't get the other. Like, let me tell you, y'all, I was frustrated the first year that I moved here. Like, I mean, obviously nobody would have known, my mom would have known, or like my family, but I won't go on social media and talk about it. But now that I have this platform that I can use, you know, I'm just all about being open and real with you guys. So, and I always get asked questions, so I'm just gonna give it to you all real. So yeah, so that was the story about the social security number. And then obviously like I couldn't get an apartment because I had no credit, no trace or line of credit. I didn't have a bank account, I didn't have an ID card, so I had to like start doing all of that one by one until you know, I had everything where I could have like just keep moving forward. But literally, y'all, it was really frustrating because like I think even when I went to get my ID card, no, so I wanted to open a bank account. Obviously I can't open a bank account because, honey, I don't have an ID. So then I had to track back and I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to get my ID. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, listen, I wish I knew all of this because I had to figure it out by trial and error. And also, I mean, like, I had people here, so I did get help, thank God for that. But even then, like, I feel like because most people would have had those things a while, it's like they had to help me figure it out too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so just like stuff like that kind of flustered me when I had just gotten here. Like, getting help is not a shame, and that's one thing. Like, I feel like nowadays people always want to have like an ego and feel like they're less of if they're getting help. Honey, no. So I just feel like, honey, if you're struggling and you're getting help, that's fine, that's okay. And maybe one day you might be in a better position to help others, which is even better, you know? Pertaining to the apartment, like I couldn't even sign the lease. Like, I had to have someone sign for me, like get the lease for me, because I didn't have a trace of credit or anything. Like, yo, it really wasn't easy. So don't just pack a bag like I did and bring your ass to the US without having a plan or knowing what it is. I mean, I could have done it because one, I got help, and two, I'm an American, so it was way easier for me. But yo, it's not that easy, okay? Because even me, I had a tough time. Like, it was really messing with my mental. Like, I was so close to literally packing my bag and literally leaving, because I was like, I'm not about to deal with this shit. No. You know? But maybe I'm just exaggerating. It's just obviously like a culture shift, y'all. It's different and it's a change, and obviously, like, you know, change scares people sometimes. So I had to kind of like adapt and just learn and maneuver around, you know, the life here. Thankfully, I got help. I'm so glad that I did have help, and that's why a lot of people always ask me, why do you move to Indiana? Why didn't you go to Miami? Why didn't you go to New York? Okay, you gonna pay my bills? Okay. Do I have family there? Do I know anyone there? Like, y'all. And even then, like, Indiana is also very affordable, which I love. It's way cheaper than all the other states. Anyway, most places in the Midwest, which is perfect for a girl who is leaving her country with literally one suitcase and you don't have a plan. So, like, you know, I mean, y'all, a lot of people always ask me, like, if I'm behind God's back. I get it, okay? But truth be told, I love my little life here. I love my simple life here. Like, I'm appreciative, I'm happy. I'm actually, if you look at where Indiana is located, like, I'm actually close to everything. Like, well, New York is around, Miami's right there, like literally 2 hours away, like 2 hours flight away. Like, I'm contented, honey. And I feel like when I reach to that point where I have the funds to, like, maybe move or go wherever, like, even then, you're like, I like the fact that I can come back home here and I can always travel because I love traveling. Like, I don't know if or think that I can live in a fast city. I haven't tried it, but so far I'm happy here because of my lifestyle. Like, I travel back home a lot too, so it's kind of perfect and convenient for me right now, and I think that's most important. But y'all, we living in 2024, okay? Like, you can do anything from anywhere. You don't need to be in the most busy city. You don't need to be where everyone is. No, because truth be told, that might actually distract you. But when you're secluded and you can actually pin down and do what you gotta do, honey, you're unstoppable, okay? So let's just get that out of the way, okay? So, like, I'm tired of you guys always asking me, why am I in Indiana? Like, chill. Why are you where you are? Like, you know, I'm not finna ask you, but I'm just saying, like, give me a break, please. The girl is living. I'm glowing. I'm healthy, okay? I have no stress right now, which I love, and I'm just like my best self. And if I'm in a space that is allowing me to be like that, why am I gonna move, honey? Tell me, why am I gonna move? That's what I want to know. Okay, back to the business because we're rambling right now. Could you all imagine me doing all these things, trying to get my just trying to get all these things in a pandemic, y'all. Traveling in a pandemic, like, it literally was not easy. I think it was even more difficult for me than when people are migrating in unusual terms, because whew, anyway, thank God I'm here, I'm alive, I'm healthy and well, and we're about to keep it pushing. I just have like 2 more points before we get into the video, y'all. I know I'm rambling. I don't even know if y'all want to hear all this stuff because this is like so new to me, but I'm just gonna give it to you. Right, so as a Caribbean person, y'all, I'm gonna be blunt and real. Like, it literally took me a while to adjust, like, just to like how everything else is here. Now, just being from the Caribbean and just being dropped in America, you're like, I don't want to say dumb, but you're basically like unaware, unfamiliar with your settings, with your environment, with your surroundings, just everything, because it's like you have to relearn everything. And I just feel like there's just some things that will never adjust to me, you know, like, for example, like this daylight savings, right, y'all? I just feel like I'll never understand, or I'll never get used to it, I should say, because how is it 9 p.m. and it's still bright outside? 9 p.m. in my country, in Trinidad and Tobago, literally by 6:37 p.m. and this is like all year round. I mean, there would be times where it may be brighter earlier or darker later, you know, but even then, you're like, I just feel like it's just difficult. Like, I lose track of time a lot because of that, and I'm like, damn, it's 8 p.m. like, how, you know? So stuff like that. And then, like, obviously, like, my accent, I don't think I'll ever change my accent. Like, I am a true Trinidadian, like, and I feel proud in the way that I speak, and it's also what I know and what I was taught growing up, so why should I change that, you know? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I do pronounce certain things here and there so that my fellow Americans can understand, and they won't have to be asking me, what did you say? Huh? I didn't understand, I didn't quite get that, you know? Like, I'm telling y'all, the first time that I moved to the US, my jaw, I think the first 2 weeks, y'all, my jaw was hurting me so bad because I had to like slow the fuck down completely. I didn't realize how fast we speak as Caribbean people. Oh my god. And I also didn't realize like a lot of our slangs that sound like English isn't English. You know, so y'all, it was a learning experience. Also, because of the title of this video, I will say as well, I do not regret migrating to the US, not one bit. I mean, there's stuff here and there that I might also sometimes feel out of place, or like, you know, I'll miss home or whatever, but I don't think I would ever have a regret of migrating. I actually think I migrated in the perfect time, because like everything is just falling into place for me, and like I'm getting to work on things that I've always wanted to work on. So because of that, I love it. And then Trinidad is like 2 flights away from me. It's not even that much. Like from here to Miami is like 2.5 hours, I think, and then from Miami to Trinidad is like 4 hours. So baby, if I wanted to go home tomorrow, I can, you know? So yeah. I would never regret migrating. But yeah, y'all, the daylight savings, like, I don't know, it's literally been 4 years and I'm still not used to it. Mind you, I do love it though, because it gives you more time in the day to do more things, to be out, and also as a girly, like, to be more safe, like especially when I'm alone and by myself, just to like be able to like do more on my own as well at a later time, because hello, this is America. We're not trying to get kidnapped, and we're also not trying to go missing. I know my mom in Trinidad, she's probably like always so worried about me. And like, y'all, there's this series on Netflix, I don't know the name of it, but you can find it if you just like type around some words. So it's basically like where they show these documentaries or like these episodes of girls going missing, and like how they solved the crimes, like, and even with the criminals being vocal about why they did it, how they did it. It was crazy, well, So but I try to educate myself, you know, because I'm a female, I live here on my own. I'm always out and about doing stuff on my own, so it's like, you know, you have to be careful, like extremely. Like, you're even on my keys I have a pepper spray. Like, I'm not playing, like I'm literally not playing with my life out here, you know. I have so much to do in this life. Right, and then the last thing I want to touch on before we get into that video would be just talking about why I left Trinidad, you know. So it was during COVID time, 2020, literally, and I had just graduated from University of the West Indies, and yeah, I applied to a few jobs, but obviously, y'all, like, we're talking about COVID here. People were being laid off of jobs. They weren't accepting new people into companies. So I didn't even get a response from some companies that I applied to, and I sent my resume, you know, and that was just kind of crazy for me. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even bothering at this point. Because at that time I was also doing like modeling stuff on the side, so I was like, I had money coming in regardless. Like, even while I was doing my degree, y'all, your girl was on that grind. I was modeling, doing promotions, doing a lot, like, in my university life. So yeah, so like I always had like a steady flow of income coming in for me. But at that point it's like, okay, where do I go from here? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna stay in Trinidad, be stagnant, or leave and risk, you know, getting better opportunities? So that's kind of like what my thought process when I was leaving. And then I approached my mom and I was like, Mom, you know, what do you think about this? And honestly, like, I was shocked because I thought she was gonna say no, you know, like, you know how Caribbean parents are. Like, I thought she was gonna say no, I don't think you should go there on your own, and blah blah blah. So when she kind of gave me the push and she said, I think you should leave and go, I was like, wow. Like, I just feel like that was like the little extra courage I needed to just pack my bags and leave. That's actually like how I left and why I left. And also, y'all, it just felt like I gave 21 years of my life to Trinidad, and I don't know, I was ready to move. Like, I was ready to explore more, experience more. And y'all, it's so funny because I just felt like even if it wasn't like at that point in time, I would have left at some point. Like, everything really happens for a reason. Maybe I was born in Puerto Rico for a reason, because ever since I've known myself, I always wanted to travel and experience and just migrate. Like, I just knew one way or the other, y'all, I would have figured out a way. Even if I wasn't an American, like, I would have figured out a way to leave and just try and, you know, spread my wings. I'm telling you, like, I literally used to fantasize about traveling ever since I was small. Like, I don't even know how that thought process went, like, when I was a kid, but I just remember always dreaming and wanting. And at that time, you know, like, social media wasn't even all that pumping or popular yet. Like, I remember, like, it was even before Instagram. It was like around Facebook time maybe, but I wasn't even on that a lot, you know. So yeah, I don't know, maybe, you know, what is for you really is for you. And look at it now, like, I'm literally living my life here. Like, I'm traveling here and there, you know, and I'm even getting opportunities to travel as well for work, modeling stuff. Like, it is good. Like, I mean, obviously those won't be all the time, but like when it does come around, you all, I'm just so happy because your girl be flying around. I mean, who wouldn't love that? And then of course, like, I love to travel as just like to go on vacation. That's my name. That's me. You ask somebody who is me, Karolina loves to traveling the world, like, you know. I don't know, I'm just feeling so excited making this video. Like, I'm finally doing it. Wow. And the reason why I think I'm feeling so confident too is, like, you would have never catch me behind a camera making a video like this a few years ago. Like, one thing though, like, I always think about too is, like, why didn't I start YouTube when I migrated here? Like, why? Like, why? What was stopping me? Fear was stopping me. And also, y'all, I believe in God's timing and the right timing, and I just feel like no, because so many things are aligned and connected for me, I just feel like now is the best time to do it. And the way that I'm doing it as well is like, it's not all lost. Like, I'm still posting as if, I'm posting like if I'm leaving Trinidad to come to the US. Like, I'm still posting, showing my journey. It's just a different period of time that I'm doing it. And that's okay, I also think like, I don't think I was in the right frame of mind initially when I had moved here as well. Like, there was a lot of things that I had to learn, a lot that I experienced, both good and bad. Like my emotions was kind of like up and down, you know what I mean? And I feel like now I'm kind of more grounded and I know myself a lot more, and because of that I'm able to tap into this now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with now starting YouTube, and I just feel like I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for you guys, but mostly me, okay? So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Because it's something also that I really always wanted to do. Like, if you guys look at my first few videos, yes, it's a combination of like photos and small clips here and there, but I always vlogged like if I was a YouTuber, and now I'm actually doing it. Like, I'm now doing it, which shows that it's something that I always wanted to do, and that is what is most important. And also, you guys, literally every time I post a new video and I declutter my phone and I just release that, I'm making room for more, and I'm making room for like the good things that I want to come in my life, because I'm decluttering the old and I'm finally doing what I want to do. I don't know if you guys get me or if I'm just rambling, but like, I know what I'm talking about. Like, I literally know how I feel. Like, it's a sense of relieved, and I just can't explain it. I just can't. Like, y'all just have to come on this journey with me, But yeah, so that's all I kind of wanted to touch on based on moving to America. So now I'm just gonna go straight into the video to show y'all like the moment when I recorded that clip, because I initially wanted to do YouTube and I hold off on it for so long, and I'm finally doing it now. So let's go to the clip now. Hey guys, hello. Okay, so I am not a vlogger, right? I'm not. However, I decided that maybe this is a good opportunity to start vlogging. I don't know. Anyways, I'll maybe try and give you all a little intro before this, but I just decided, you know what, why not I vlog? Okay, so right now I'm in Chicago, and I'm on my way to Indianapolis. The process of me reaching here was really strenuous, because right now it's 2020. What's the date today? Today is the 28th. No, I lie, it's the 29th. Yeah, the 29th of September 2020, which means we are in a pandemic, right? Coronavirus 19, COVID-19. Right, so it was really a risk for me to go. Honestly, like right now, only my closest friends and my parents and my immediate family knows that, I'm taking this opportunity in my life at this point in time, but yeah, it was a lot to go through the airport. Like, things were not as easy even in Canada. Like, wow, Canada is really strict with their protocols right now, and my ticket was actually bought like about a month in advance, but a few days ago, I think it was about a week ago, Canada closed their borders because of how COVID-19 it's continuously spreading, and because it's getting worse, the number of deaths are rising, the number of cases are rising. So because of that, they closed their borders. But your girl ticket was already bought, right? And I had to like, oh my goodness, I was at the counter in Barbados because the route that I took, so I had to go from Trinidad and Tobago to Barbados. Then when I get to Barbados, I had to take a flight to Canada, and then from Canada to Chicago, where I am right now, right? So yeah, like when I was at the counter trying to get my boarding pass, I was there for maybe like about 2 hours. Like I had to be back and forth on the phone, talking to my people, you know, trying to let them send documents for me. And it was a whole, oh my goodness, it was drama. Like I thought I was gonna be stuck in Barbados, you know. But thank God I actually prayed, and I was like, you know what, Lord, if this is to be, you know, you will pull me through. And I just said my, you know, my mini prayer there. So I did that, and then they told me that I was denied to go to Canada. The only way I could have gone is if I was in transit. So I had to call back my people after they send like certain documents and stuff for me. So apparently, like, only if you're essential and you can prove that, you know, prove with legitimate evidence that you are needed in Canada right now, like at this point, then you were able to go, right? And I was denied, unfortunately. So I called my people and I told them I could only pass through if I'm in transit. Now that changed everything because I had my hotel and everything booked in Canada already because I had to stay there. I would have to like quarantine there for 2 weeks, and then, you know, have my meetings or whatever there, and then leave and then continue my journey to the US, right? Unfortunately, all that had to change. So of course all those things canceled, and I had to get a new ticket. So like while I was in the airport in Barbados, guys, while I'm there, I had to friggin' let my people book another ticket for me to leave from Canada straight to the US, which would have been Chicago. So I would have to like get a ticket from Barbados to Chicago, like, you know. And it took a little while, so I was just there waiting until they finally did it. And then I got through. Like after all of that, I finally got through. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Now, a lot of you are probably, you know, listening to this and thinking that I'm crazy. I don't think so, because the whole point of me even making this video is I don't want, you know, a lot of people are actually waiting on COVID-19 to finish, and sadly it's not gonna finish until maybe 2 to 3 years from now. I don't have the logistics, but that's how it's looking to me. And you can't just sit down and do nothing. Like, you know, you need to get on with your shit, right? You know, just continue to do you. Don't feel you know, just be brave and take opportunities. Just, of course, your health is your wealth, and that is based on you, you know, the precautions you take, how safe you are, how responsible you are. So my thing is, don't let COVID-19 stop you from, you know, progressing in life, whether it be school, whether it be opportunities across your island or your country. You know, I would say go for it, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people maybe think I'm crazy. Like, I've got it, trust me. They were like, are you crazy? Are you seeing what's going on in the US? And I'm like, yes, I have, but not everyone has the vision that I have for myself and my future. So of course, I know it is a risk, as it is in any island, any country, because right now COVID-19 is practically anywhere. It's every and anywhere, right? And you could get it in your country, you could get it outside of your country. So what's the difference does it make? What difference does it make? You know what I mean? So that's just how I view it. I mean, this is my life. You can make your opinion. I'm not telling you to just go crazy and, you know, not scope out or make rational decisions. However, but I just think, like, my, you know, note for today is that don't sit down, don't wait for COVID to finish, because before you know it, you're gonna lose that time.
and then you're gonna probably look back and be like, wow, I could have done this. And don't feel sorry for yourself. Like, I think we've passed that stage right now, like feeling sorry for yourself. It's already the end of 2020. Almost, this year has practically almost finished, right? And honestly, I was supposed to leave this country, like I was supposed to leave Trinidad and Tobago earlier this year, but things happened. COVID hit, things changed. Maybe not for so long, because I know now that I can't go back home for a very long time, months to maybe a year or even longer, but I was willing to take that chance. So that's practically what I came to, tell you guys. I just felt like maybe it's not me alone thinking like this, but after having a lot of conversation with my peers, friends, family, it's like everyone is a bit stuck in this bubble. And I mean, life goes on. Life hasn't stopped, things in the world have stopped, but life have not stopped, and it's not going to. Like, I think things are actually gonna be moving pretty fast. So I just feel like, don't sit down, don't feel sorry for yourself, and have faith in God, whatever religion you have. Just have hope, have faith, because the world is not gonna get nicer. Unfortunately, things are not gonna get better. It's only gonna get worse. So take my foolish advice and follow your dreams, follow your guts, take risks, take chances, and also be safe while you're doing it. And that's all I have to say today. So of course, I've now started to film, and I will keep you all posted on my journey. All right, so stay tuned for that. Okay, let me just show you all my room real quick. All right, this lighting is bomb. Let me just show you. Oh wait, I can show you all outside. It's not like the best view, but I'm just showing you guys. Okay, let me show you all my room. I have my leftover food there. Oh my god, I just stripped on. This is my bag. One of my bags are on the floor there. My suitcase, and then I have like some stuff in the bed. Then I have like this nice mirror here. And then this is the bathroom. It's so nice and comfy, y'all. Like, I really love it. Okay, that's it. So yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and this is just me being real with y'all. And for the rest of videos to come, I'm gonna try to be as real with y'all as possible and give you all like a little insight on my journey and my experience during this time. So everyone, take care, and love you guys. Bye. If you made it to the end of my video, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come on this journey with your Caribbean girl. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.